What if I told you a man became a millionaire by lying, but lost everything the moment he told the truth? His name is Ethan Miles. At 34, he had what most people only dream about: cars, cash, clout, but none of it came from honesty. In fact, the lie made him rich. So why confess? Why give it all up when the world believed him? Ask yourself, have you ever regretted telling the truth? Ethan Miles grew up in a cramped apartment on the east side of Detroit. His mother worked double shifts at a nursing home. His father, gone before Ethan turned 7. Money was always the ghost at their dinner table, talked about in whispers, fought over in silence. But even as a kid, Ethan had a different hunger. He didn't just want to survive. He wanted to escape. He'd stare at skyscrapers on TV, imagining himself in the penthouse, sipping success like champagne, not for the cars, not for the watches, for the freedom. By the time he hit 18, Ethan had a vision: to get rich or disappear trying. But here's the thing, when you're poor, the world doesn't hand you a map. So Ethan drew his own, with a pen full of lies. Ethan's first move wasn't a business. It was a lie. He bought a cheap suit, borrowed a friend's office for the day, and posted a photo online claiming to be the youngest financial advisor in the city. That one photo got him 5 DMS people asking for help. He didn't know what he was doing, but he knew how to sound like he did. He read every finance book he could find, listened to audiobooks while delivering pizzas. He stayed just one chapter ahead of every client. Then came the fake testimonials. Ethan changed my life, doubled my income in 6 months. He created anonymous profiles to post them. Overnight, he looked like a genius. More clients meant more money meant better clothes, a nicer apartment, fancier photos, and no one questioned it, because success speaks louder than truth. But here's what no one saw. Behind every Instagram quote was a maxed out credit card. Behind every confident smile, a sleepless night praying the whole thing wouldn't collapse. Ethan wasn't building a business. He was building a bomb, one lie at a time. At first, the cracks were invisible. A client asked a question Ethan couldn't answer. He laughed it off, deflected with charm, but inside, panic whispered, "You're running out of luck." Then the market dipped. One client lost $3,000. Another blamed Ethan for a failed investment. The DMs turned from praise to doubt. "Are you even certified? Why can't I withdraw my funds?" The fake confidence began to cost him. He missed rent trying to refund a client. He skipped meals to afford ads that didn't convert. One morning, the power in his apartment was cut. He took the call with a client by candlelight, pretending the lights were just mood lighting. But the hardest part, he still posted motivational quotes, still filmed videos smiling, preaching financial freedom, while debt swallowed him whole. Each night, he'd stare at the ceiling and wonder, what if they find out I'm a fraud? What if everything I built was just smoke? Ethan wasn't broke yet, but he was already bankrupt, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And the final blow? It wasn't financial at all. It happened on a Sunday. Ethan ran into his mother at the grocery store. She glanced at his cracked phone, the worn-out sneakers, the bag of ramen. "Are you okay, mijo?" she asked softly. He lied, of course, but that night he broke. He stared at the reflection in the microwave door, unshaven, hollow-eyed, barely recognizable. And for the first time, he admitted the truth. Not to the world, to himself. He had built an empire on likes, not value, on appearances, not substance. He wasn't helping people. He was performing for them. Ethan cried, not because of the money, but because of the time lost pretending to be someone he wasn't. The relationships he faked, the real ones he ignored. That shame became a mirror, and inside it, he saw a different man. Not polished, not perfect, but real, and real was enough to start over. He didn't need 100,000 followers. He needed one honest truth. You don't have to lie to win. The moment he stopped performing, he started building. Ethan's life didn't turn around overnight. After the confession, the backlash was brutal. Clients vanished. Friends turned away. The money dried up. He moved into a small, modest apartment far from the penthouse dreams. But something changed inside. Without the weight of lies, Ethan found peace. He started volunteering at a local community center, teaching real financial skills to people who needed help. Not promises, no flashy cars, no Instagram posts, just honest conversations. Letters began arriving. People thanked him for his honesty, for sharing his failures. His story became a warning and a guide. Ethan realized the truth had a value no money could buy. Peace of mind. He lost millions chasing a lie. But by telling the truth, he gained what he'd never had before. And maybe, just maybe, that was the real fortune. So, here's the question. Would you lie to get rich? Would you risk everything for a shot at fame and fortune? Ethan did, and in the end, the truth cost him everything, yet it gave him something no money could buy. What about you? If telling the truth meant losing it all, would you still speak it? This story, real or not, is a mirror, a reflection of our own fears, hopes, and choices. Maybe Ethan's tale is warning, or maybe it's a chance to rethink what success really means. Because wealth without peace, it's just an empty bank account. If this story moved you, stay tuned. There's more to come. Stories that challenge what you think you know about money and life. Remember, the real fortune is honesty, and that's a choice only you can make.